Hello, good morning. We're going to be doing a bit of an arty, crafty kind of day today. And what I have here is a reel of what is called waxed cotton thread. Now, it does come in different colours if you look at it online, and it does come in different thicknesses as well. But as you can see, if I just slowly move into the end of the actual reel, is that it does have a tendency to fray when cut. So when I've only literally started using this year. Before, I was using different threads in the past. I was doubling up cotton. I even went through a phase where I was using dental floss as a way of sewing material together to see how durable and long-lasting it would be. So, and again, also fish wire. But I've brought this because it's supposed to be more of a natural type material as opposed to being made from like a plastic, or so it should in theory contain cotton. But this is actually called waxed cotton thread, so I don't know completely how they've processed this item or how it's been produced. Now, I got this as a multi-buy, so I was quite lucky. So online, usually when you do have the option on some websites to buy just the one reel, or you can buy more than one reel, but that's entirely up to you. But when using it, please be vigilant that it will fray at the end or when cut. Like anything that you use, it will be subjected to general wear and tear. And so again, it is trial and error to see what you want to use a certain item for, how long you think it's going to last, what the durability is going to be, and what is the purpose of using that item in the first place. Now, I've decided to use this for jewellery making. The only disadvantage is obviously because of the thickness, not all of the beads will necessarily, or whatever I'm looking at threading onto this, will actually fit. Again, if you were looking at using a needle, so to thread this through a needle, you would probably need something like a darning needle because the eye in the needle would be a lot bigger. And then again, you have to bear in mind that because of the size of the eye of the needle you're using, that all of the beads that you may choose to use may not necessarily thread completely all the way through the needle. So I tend to do this by hand, and it was really frustrating me that after I'd done about several beads, it did start to fray. And again, once I cut it, it had started to fray. So a friend of mine recommended dipping it into some glue to prevent the end from fraying. By doing that as well, you can sort of manipulate the end and make it more of a tip, or make it more of a needle shape, so when you are threading through. And what I found was that did actually work. It didn't work indefinitely. What I did find is after about 10 times of constant threading, I did have to dip it into glue just to keep that extra point. And when I was obviously threading it, and then when I'd finished threading, bearing in mind that I knew it would fray, one of the things that would probably be recommended is burning the ends, a bit like people do with shoelaces. Once that little plastic bit comes off, I don't know what it's called, there is a name for it. So that is how I use this particular material. So I'll do a little bit more information and talking about this in the future, but just in case anyone's wondering what this is again, it is waxed cotton thread. Thank you.